My name's Wayne Hemingway. I'm going to talk to you about Kiosk. Kiosk is a pop-up shop, a low-cost, architecturally decent. I think it's been well designed, as you'd expect from Hemingway design. Piece of kit that can go into shopping centres, it can go into public space, and it can go into spaces that pension funds don't own. And it can add serendipity to our town centres. It can add interest, and most importantly, it can add opportunity for creative ideas to come forward and put them in front of the public. I went around the country looking at kiosks that exist, and a lot of them are quite ugly, especially the ones in London at the moment. You go down Oxford Street, one of the world's most famous shopping streets, and you see an ugly green kiosk which has got nothing to do with the kind of culture of Britain. And you think, well, surely we could have kiosks that did what a kiosk does in Barcelona on La Ramblas, or the kiosks that are all over Paris at the moment. We just need to get better at it. That you get reports like Clone Town Britain and how so many people are disappointed with the British High Street because economy has forced a lot of the serendipity out of it. I can understand why pension funds only want the Necks and the Monsoons of this world, but it does leave town centres that I and many people like me don't want to visit, and why I get excited about going to places like Copenhagen and Stockholm, where you get more of an independent spirit. And so Kiosk can introduce that independent spirit very, very cheaply. And at the moment I know there's a lot of opportunity on the high street with shops going under and Woolworths and that lot pulling out of the high street. And it creates space, and that space could, in theory, go to the ideas that we're talking about with Kiosk. And we have to create these cheap places where people can learn how to interact with the public, can try something. And the problem is today that to try something, you could end up losing so much because of the money that you have to borrow to pay the rents that are on our high street. So I would hope that Kiosk creates spaces for creative startups that people can just have a go and take a risk. The ATCM read about our Kiosk, which is supported by Boris Johnson and the GLA, and I think they were excited, like we are, about the project, and it'd be great to work with shopping centres up and down the country on adding a bit of serendipity to the existing offer. And also, I think people are starting to spend more on things that they need, that excite them, that genuinely is not just a case of, oh, I'll spend some money today, I'm out shopping. And we're only going to get that by adding interest to our town centres and by adding new ideas. And I think if we can inject these new ideas and new things, it will get people back in the mood of going out and rediscovering the fun of going shopping.